Hey guys, it's New York Millennial, and we're back.
Hello, and we got the results for Saturday. But first, I'd like to say, sorry this is a day later than we usually bring the results in. I mean, yesterday was Easter, and also it was a weekend, and we normally do these on Mondays and Wednesdays. So sorry, but here they are. So in Alaska, he won 81% to 18%, which is quite a big lead there. We predicted about 50 points in Alaska, and this is like 60. So I mean, we're pretty close considering there wasn't much information to go off of, and that brings him 10 more delegates than she did in Alaska. And going on to Washington, he won 72 to 27. We predicted 30% he'd win by. So I mean,
It's
that's
closer
like
to 50, but yeah.
it's closer to 50. Still though, I mean, these are pretty good. We did it. I just want to mention it was a sweep, which is what we predicted, and
Yeah.
all of them were just a little bit higher than we thought, quite a
Yeah.
bit higher actually. So 16, he walked away with 16 more than her in Washington, and in Hawaii, he won 16, it's like 70% to 30%, which we only thought by 10%. So I mean, that kind of surprised us, but still, really really good for him, and that's another like 9 delegates more than she did. So I mean, like, how much did this was really good for him? Like on
Yeah,
Saturday and the other day, how much did he cut into her lead? Like by a third?
by around a third. Yeah, because he got like, I think a gain of like 90 or 95 delegates into her 320. So yeah, it's close to a third that he cut into it. So this is what he needs to do to essentially come back. So he's
Yeah,
got a path to the nomination at this point.
yeah,
Not a great one, but he's got a path. He's not out.
yeah. I mean, I was looking into it a bit, and it looks like he definitely has a pretty good shot at winning. It's just like he needs to win some states that he probably won't, like New York. He has to do a
Yeah.
lot better here, and I don't know if he will. I
Because
really don't think so.
it's 247 delegates, which is a lot. He needs
Yeah,
to win. He really needs to win, or at least come close in New York, Pennsylvania, and California. I know. I looked at his website. His plan was he needs to get 55% in New York. That's going to be really tough because it's a closed primary, and we know he does worse in primaries, and it's closed, so he does worse in closed primaries and caucuses. So
hmm
it's going to be hard for him.
yeah. I feel like with New York City and like with already like everyone's like leaning towards her. Not like everyone. It's like a if you look at polls and stuff, it
Mm.
doesn't look too good. Though he has momentum now, and a
Yes.
lot of people are like starting to see him for like his good policies and stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully that carries it in New York, which it
Uh-huh.
definitely could. It's
I
just
agree.
it's I feel like it's still like the path is definitely like unlikely, but at the same time like that's pretty much
It's
his whole like political
possible.
career has been like coming from behind and like pulling out
Yeah.
crazy wins.
Yeah, I also want to add to that. First of all, there's a lot I think I was watching the news that literally said like historic, like voter registration, literally for
hmm
this campaign to like register to vote. Now they didn't say like whether register to vote or register as a Democrat, but I'm assuming some of them did because I know I did. I know you did.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and they said historic, and well, Bernie. So maybe they're all just like even if they don't like the Democratic Party, they're doing it enough so they can vote for Bernie. And I'd like to add on top of that, upstate. Now we're both biased because we're from upstate New York.
Yeah.
Now he's from Brooklyn, but a lot of people I think from upstate New York probably prefer him over Hillary, and I think the reason is because of gun control. Because in the state, Governor Cuomo passed the New York Safe Act, which a lot of people hate, a lot of gun owners hate
hmm
in upstate, and it's super strict and like Hillary strict in gun control. So they'd probably see that as kind of like her continuation of that and Cuomo, and if they don't really like him. And then Bernie is kind of like different, so they might prefer Bernie over Hillary. That's just my theory a little bit, and that's just kind of like based on that. But I don't know how much that's going to affect it,
hmm
and it might not affect it enough to make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
feel
yeah,
like I agree with that, and I feel that it probably will pull a few extra people from upstate, but at the same time, like most of the actual voters are going to be coming from New York City. Like it's a pretty dense area. But I
yeah,
mean, I feel like really whatever he can to push it a little bit in his favor is good.
yeah. And he's also from Brooklyn, and he can. It depends on how much he can milk that. Really, it's like
Yeah,
I'm
true.
from Brooklyn, and just like get all those votes.
Mhm.
He might. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really like he's really got to win New York though if he
Yeah,
wants to stay
I feel
in
like it
this.
would really help, and I feel like Hillary sees this will help him. He wants to have a debate in New York, but like
Yeah,
it doesn't know. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I feel like if he does that, and then he like yeah milks that whole idea. He's from New York City. He's like
and
for
she's
us.
not. She was born in Illinois and like was with Bill in Arkansas and stuff. So like
Mhm.
she's lived in New York, yeah, but sure she's not. I mean, he can milk the fact that he's a New Yorker and she's not. So
True. Yeah, I feel like definitely New York's a big state for him, and I mean also California is going to be really big for him too. So I mean, looking at those, if he can win those and consistently sweep like he has been, I feel like he can win. And
yeah,
he's really showing it over these past few primaries.
yeah. It's just gonna be he's got to win New York. He's
Yeah,
really got to do it.
definitely.
Yeah,
Okay, so I mean, I think those are the results.
yeah.
Predictions weren't exactly right, close, good enough.
Stay close. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see you guys next time.
All right. See ya.